Hello everyone, good morning to all of you. Am I audible, visible properly? Hello guys, hello, hello, hello. Am I audible? One, two, three, four, mic testing. Am I audible, guys? Good morning to all of you. Give me a eye, give me a thumbs up if you are able to see me or hear me, right? So in this one, we will be doing CUET PG examination, PYQs, explanation, right? This is what we're going to have. We will look onto the original question paper that we had in 2022, right? Nobody, nobody's here. Nobody's here. Hello, 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 hello. At least say something, guys. Please interact with me. Ah, hi. No hi. Bye bye. Chalo, guys, fine. Now is the time to explain the 2022 question paper, right? CUET-PG examination, that is very much important and should be as a backup, should be taken as a backup for your GPAT examination, right? Okay, so let's start with this one, and I hope this is going to be very helpful for you guys. And if I talk about this one, subject analysis, that how many questions we have, that year, pharmacology have 15 questions, jurisprudence have 3 questions, civics have 23 questions, microbiology have 7, biotechnology 1, biochemistry 1, organic chemistry 10, medicinal 4, analysis 3, cognosy 8, and total MCQs we have is 75, right? And if you know that they ask only 75 questions. They ask only 75 questions over there. Anna, plus 4 is a correct one. Anna, for the correct and minus 1 for incorrect. Right? Minus 1 for incorrect, if you remember. Right? Chalo. Let's start with this one. Let's start with this one for the first question. Pharmacology, I think so. Yes. So, which of the following inhalational gas, general anesthetic, exist as gas? Halothane, nitrous oxide, isoflurane, or diazepam? Which of the following inhalational they have asked? Okay, inhalational general anesthetic exist as gas. Gas. We are not talking about the volatile. We are not talking about the volatile. We are talking about gas only. Hmm. Aprajita, good morning. Now, when the question arises, now people are saying good morning. Aprajita, good morning, Aprajita. That is going to be halothane, nitrous oxide, isoflurane, or diazepam. Gaurav Yadav says B. Suguna says B. That's right. That's your nitrous oxide, right? Nitrous oxide is also been used in your dental surgery. Dental surgery, right? Also known as to be the laughing gas, right? Laughing gas. There is a difference between N2O and NO. Nitrous oxide is what? Is this A or is this B? गुड मॉर्निंग सर जी गौरव यादव है ना पहले आंसर देंगे फिर विश करेंगे तो व्हाट इज नाइट्रस ऑक्साइड इज इट N2O और NO which one hmm which one is it N2O or NO that's what I'm asking या क्या बात है अंग्रेजी निकल रही तुम्हारी है या या बहुत बढ़िया that is what that is N2O which is considered to be as a nitrous oxide right halothane halothane are very much useful in your which kind of condition asthmatic condition may they are being used, right? They are being used in the asthmatic condition, whereas it is much cardiotoxic as well, but cardiotoxic, and it can cause the hyperthermia as well. Hyperthermia, right? Hyperthermia. Chalo. Nitrous oxide. Okay. Now this one. Which of the following is a beta-lactam antibiotic? Chalo, chalo. Bachcha question answer. Okay. Penicillin, cephalosporin, imipenem, or all of these? Hmm. Organophosphates? Organophosphates कहाँ से आ गए? From where do we have organophosphates here? Chalo, this one. Penicillin, cephalosporin, imipenem, all of these. Hmm. Firmly bind to cell wall. Right? F for phosphomycin, if you remember. Phosphomycin. B for beta lactams. All beta lactams, right? Tyrothricin. Tyrothricin, right? Cell, cyclosporin. Cyclospor, cyclo, cyclosporin, right? And V for vancomycin, right? These are the one which are responsible for the cell wall synthesis inhibitor. Cell wall synthesis inhibitors, right? Penicillin भी आता है, penicillin and cephalosporin and imipenem. These are penums, right? Penums. Penums are the beta lactam as well, right? So all of these are correct, right? What are the disadvantages of penicillin and cephalosporin, guys? What are the disadvantages of penicillin and cephalosporin? Can anyone tell me? There is a hypersensitivity reaction. Hypersensitivity, hypersensitivity reaction, right? And which hypersensitivity? That's your Jarisch Hexmere, Jarisch Hexmere reaction, right? If you remember. Okay. Sir, how much score need to get good how much score do need to get good percentile, and what should be to get in state or central university? Okay. So that is totally dependent on the particular uh, particular college, particular university, right? So they do release cutoff marks. Hana, they do release a cutoff marks. They will open first the form filling. Hana, then after you will apply onto that. Hana, 200 per, I think so that is going to be the thing. Hana, 200 per college. Hana, then after that they will release the cutoff. Hana, that only will show के कितना cutoff is है over there, right? So if you asking about out of 75 questions, 75, if you able to do around 50 questions, right? 50 questions, then you can get your dream central university or state university, whatever you want. Okay, chalo. Aspirin and corticosteroid give, yes, Vishwajit, very good, very good. Aspirin and corticosteroids are being given for this condition. Yeah, they are used to treat this one. Very good. Okay. Which of the drugs is not the first choice of drugs for the treatment of genital herpes simplex? Okay. Which of the following is not the first choice of drugs for the treatment of genital herpes simplex? Acyclovir, famiciclovir, Ekta Mishra, good morning. Valacyclovir or cefuroxime? Which one is it? Sir, can you make GPAT rank predictor? जल्द बनाएंगे इस बारे में, है ना? We will talk about this one very soon. Very soon. Okay. Acyclovir, famiciclovir, valacyclovir or cefuroxime? Cefuroxime. Yeah. Is not. That's your cefuroxime, right? Very good. All the cyclovir, these are the anti-herpes drugs, है ना? Anti-herpes drugs, right? Very much known to you. Yeah, that's your cefuroxime. Okay. Now, following drug is short-acting sedation hypnotic. Sedation hypnotic, short-acting. Triazolam, diazepam, lorazepam, nitrosebam. Some मेरा भी comment देखिए राणा सरकार कहाँ है भाई, राणा सरकार। डी डी डी। राणा सरकार ठीक है भाई। और कहाँ है यहाँ पर? डी ही तो है, हाँ ठीक है। उसके अलावा कुछ पूछा तुमने? नहीं पूछा ना। चल, इज देयर एनी स्पेसिफिक थिंग टू आस्क? देन यू कैन आस्क, है ना। वैसे तो आई एम सीइंग है ना। चलो, दिस वन। So ultra short acting, you should be here HMT, right? HMT. Hmm. So T for triazolam, if you remember, right? Triazolam is going to be the correct answer. Sedation, short acting hypnotics, right? Hypnotics. Okay, that's your triazolam. Okay. So which one is useful? Which one is the drug of choice for status epilepticus, guys? Status epilepticus. Status epilepticus. Which one is useful as a drug of choice for status epilepticus? Can anyone tell me? And for febrile seizures, if I talk about febrile, atom or short acting. Okay. Febrile seizures. Febrile seizures में किसको यूज करते हैं? Hmm? Anyone? Status epilepticus. Status epilepticus में we will be use lorazepam, not diazepam. We will use lorazepam. That is through IV itself. IV, check your module, guys. Check your module. Lorazepam is will useful for the status epilepticus. Febrile seizures में diazepam is being used, right? And that is being given into the children. Children, rectally, right? Rectally, if you remember, right? जीपैड में ऐसा क्यों नहीं पूछ? जीपैड में ऐसा क्यों नहीं पूछे? जीपैड वाले महान है भाई। चलो, which of the following hypolipidemic drugs is a HMG coenzyme reductase inhibitor? Which one? Ezetimibe, fenofibrate, rosuvastatin or nicotinic acid? चलो बताओ, tell me this one. हम्म। बताओ भाई, tell me which should be the correct answer. Statin, HMG coenzyme reductase inhibitor, that is going to be your statins. Very good, very good, है ना। तो statin से कुछ बात कर लेते हैं. We should talk about some statins, right? And so when should we take it? Timing. What is the desired time should we take, है ना? And statin have the pleiotropic effect, if you remember. Pleiotropic effect, right? And statins, if statins are huh, ADR of status, ADR of statins, anyone? ADR of statins? ओहो, हाँ गाने वाले तो तुम भी हो। एकता मिश्रा, है ना। चल, अरे नहीं डरते यार सरकार। सी, ओके। विश्वजीत, नहीं डरने का नहीं है इसमें कुछ। सीयूईटी बहुत इजी आता है, डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चंस, डोंट वरी अबाउट दिस वन, राइट। नाउ यू हैव गिवन जीपैट, है ना, बट there is nothing to be, you know, scared of something. You have done GPAT, है ना। How many of you has got अच्छा बताओ पहले कितने कितने मार्क्स हैं जीपैट में तुम लोगों के? How many marks you have got in GPAT examination? Tell me guys, है ना। Pleiotropic effect is associated with statin, and ADR is what? ADR is the myositis, if you remember. Myositis, है ना, which is also known as the rhabdomyolysis. Rhabdomyolysis. Rhabdomyolysis, which is very much related with the statins, right? चलो, नॉन फार्मा नहीं आता भाई, अब नॉन फार्मा खत्म हो गया सीयूटी में तो, है ना। नॉन फार्मा इज डन, दे डोंट आस्क नॉन फार्मा नाउ, राइट। चलो, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। सर एक्चुअली लास्ट ईयर 198 आए हैं, दिस ईयर 183 बन रहे हैं ईडब्ल्यूएस। हो जाएगा, हो जाएगा। चलो दिस वन, Which of the following anti-tubercular drug is unsafe to prescribe during pregnancy? Unsafe. Isoniazid, rifampicin, streptomycin और pyrazinamide. चलो भाई इधर बात कर लो, आ जाओ आ जाओ आ जाओ. Talk to here. Talk here. Which of the following anti-tubercular drug is unsafe to prescribe during pregnancy? Unsafe to prescribe during pregnancy? Anyone? That is going to be your streptomycin, which is a aminoglycoside. Aminoglycoside. Anna? Aminoglycoside. Right? Can anyone tell me what is the source of aminoglycoside? What is the source of aminoglycoside? Through which microbe do we synthesize or you can get the aminoglycosides, guys? Isoniazid can cause the peripheral neuritis. Peripheral neuritis, right? Peripheral neuritis. And if I talk about to reduce down this peripheral neuritis, we have to give the vitamin B6, right? Vitamin B6. Now I am asking this one. Key, what is the source of aminoglycoside? Is it fungus? Is it bacteria? Is it actinomycetes? Or what? Rana Sarkar says, Rana Sarkar, kya baat hai? Actinomycetes, that's your actinomycetes. That's right. Hana? Pyridoxine is being given for isoniazid. But if same pyridoxine is given with dopamine, if same pyridoxine, vitamin B6, is given with dopamine, then efficacy of dopamine will be down. Efficacy of dopamine will be down, okay? That you have to remember. Rifampicin, rifampicin, rifampicin showing which kind of syndrome? Flu-like syndrome, right? Flu-like syndrome and urine, orange urine, right? If you remember. Yeah, chalo. Very good. Streptomycin. Now, which of the following anti-Parkinsonism drug is a MAO-B inhibitor? Simple hai yaar. है ना? Which one is it? MAO-B inhibitor. MAO-B inhibitor. Bromocriptine, carbidopa, salicylic or amantadine. Bromocriptine is what? D2 analog. हाँ, dopamine analog, to be precise. Dopamine, asamycin flu-like syndrome. That's right, Vishwajit. Very good. Dopamine analog, right? Dopamine analog. Carbidopa is what? Dopa decarboxylase inhibitor, है ना? Salicylic is what? Rasa salad. Okay. Okay. Salicylic is your MAO B inhibitor, and not only salicylic, also resagiline. Resagiline is your MAO B inhibitors. Right? Amantadine is your antiviral drug. Amantadine is your antiviral drug. And if I talk about amantadine, that is what? NMDA antagonist. NMDA antagonists, right? And it is also a dopamine facilitator, if you remember. Dopamine facilitator, right? MAO A, very good, Aparajita, moclobemide as well as the chlorgyline. Moclobemide as well as the chlorgyline, these are your MAO A inhibitor. MAO A inhibitor, right? MAO A inhibitor. MAO B is useful in Parkinsonism. MAO A is useful in depression, if you remember, right? आए आए प्रली मिश्रा, लव या सर, आप बहुत अच्छा पढ़ाते हो. ठीक है, थैंक यू. ओके, नाउ दिस वन, है ना? नाउ दिस वन, moclobemide, chlorgyline is your depression, right? Okay. Now, if I talk about this one, if you have taken the MAO inhibitors, MAO inhibitors, then Then also you have taken tyramine, right? Prolation. Okay. So MAO inhibitors plus tyramine, what will happen? What will happen? What will happen after that? If you have taken MAO inhibitors and tyramine, that will be causing the cheese reaction, right? If you remember. Cheese reaction. And what is cheese reaction? Cheese reaction in cheese. है ना जो वो खाता था जरी खाता था ना टॉम एंड जेरी में जरी जो खाता था है ना Jerry used to take the cheese, right? And cheese is made up of tyramine, right? And MAO are the enzymes which are responsible for the metabolism of tyramine, right? But the MAO gets inhibited by the MAO inhibitors. Now, what will happen? Tyramine, cheese, catecholamines. Catecholamines, adrenaline. Adrenaline, hypertension crisis, right? And hypertension crisis will be the ultimate term. Hypertension crisis will be the ultimate term, and hypertension crisis is also known as the cheese reaction, right? And now which drug is been useful in this one cheese reaction? Anyone, guys? Anyone? Which drug is useful in cheese reaction? Anyone? Anji? Anyone? Cheese reaction. Everyone, Aprajita, very good. Vishwajit. Phentolamine, Aprajita, very good, very good. That's your phentolamine, right? Phentolamine is being useful as a drug of choice into the cheese reaction. Okay, so all of these things are very much important. One thing we have got to, we have short to say, that's your non-selective MAO inhibitors, right? Non-selective MAO inhibitors. Non-selective MAO inhibitors. What are non-selectives? That is can be learned through TIP. 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 T for tranylcypromine. Tranylcypromine. है ना? I for isocarboxazide. Isocarboxazide. And P for phenelzine, phenelzine, right? Tip. These are non-selective. They will bind onto the both MAO A as well as MAO B inhibitor. So this is the way to learn the things, right? Okay. This is the way to learn the things. Okay. Liked it? If you liked it, drop a love section. I mean, a love heart over there. Hmm. All right, guys. Chalo, chalo, chalo. Let's go ahead now. Okay, guys, let's go ahead now. So this is going to be the selagelin, है ना? Chalo. Now, which of the following oral anti-diabetic drug is not a sulfonylurea? Is not a sulfonylureas. Okay, the sulfonylureas are what? Sulfonylureas are your potassium channel blocker. Yes, potassium channel blocker. Which potassium channel blocker? That is your ATP sensitive potassium channel blocker, right? Everyone? ATP sensitive potassium channel blocker. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, Aparajita, Rana Sarkar, Vishwajit, Rana Sarkar, Vishwajit. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Chalo, chalo. Let's go ahead now. Okay. Okay. Now, it's not a sulfonylurea, it's repaglinide. Okay, Mowgli Nata. हाँ, Mowgli Nata है रैप करता है ना तो Mowgli that is repaglinide and nataglinide, right? That is your meglinetide, है ना? Glipizide, that's your G drug, gliclazide and glibenclamide. अच्छा, there is a drug known to be as the gliburide, guys. There is known to be as the gliburide. Which of the G drug is also known as the gliburide? Can anyone tell me? प्रैली को कभी लाइव सेशन में देखा है? अरे फेक आईडी होगा। एकता मिश्रा पता है मुझे। फेक आईडी होगा। ऑब्वियसली कोई लड़का चला रहा होगा उसे। चलो, भावनाओं में नहीं बहना है, यहाँ पे काम करना है, यहाँ पे हमें पढ़ना है। दीज आर योर 4G drugs, दैट इज राइट, 4G drugs, वेरी गुड। है ना? द ग्लिबुराइड इज व्हाट? ग्लिबुराइड इज ऑल्सो नोन एज ग्लिपिजाइड, ग्लिक्लाजाइड और ग्लिमेंक्लामाइड। विच वन इज इट? और ग्लिमिपिराइड? और ग्लिमिपिराइड, विच वन इज इट? ई ऑप्शन इज ऑल्सो came here. लड़की हूँ, अच्छा सही में। अच्छा भाई पता नहीं मुझे। चलो ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है। सो दिस योर ग्लिबुराइड इज ऑल्सो नोन एज योर ग्लिबिंक्लामाइड। प्रपोज करके चली गई सात सर का दिल। ओके ओके। चलो guys, this one, that's your glyburide is also known as your glibenclamide. This is the one important thing to remember, है ना? And rapaglinide, netaglinide, these are meglinetide. Meglinides also are known to be as the, no, they are not the sulfonylureas. They are not the sulfonylureas. They do act like sulfonylureas, but they are not the sulfonylureas. Sir, 2205 general GPAT will I qualify? Sure, sure, damn sure, Kana. Sure, sure, damn sure. You will qualify. है ना? Now this one. Okay. So, so these are the second generation drug. These are the second generation drug. First generation drug, if I talk about first generation drug, these are your what? Chlorpropamide, as well as the tolbutamide. Yes. So out of these two, one is showing the disulfiram like action. Disulfiram like action. Okay, disulfiram like action. Chlorpropamide, टॉलब्यूटामाइन, मैंने डेली सर की क्लास की है। अच्छा भाई ठीक है, मान लिया प्रवीण मिश्रा। लड़ो नहीं लड़ो नहीं। सर आउट ऑफ दीज टू वन इज शोइंग डाइसल्फराइम लाइक रिएक्शन। विच वन इज इट गाइस? विच वन इज इट? हाँ, chlorpropamide, very good. Chlorpropamide is your the disulfiram like reaction. This is important terms guys, you have to remember. Ecology is hell easy. Okay, chalo 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 now. Okay, so that's your ribaglinide, right? Chalo. Now this one. Which of the following is a long-acting corticosteroid? Long-acting corticosteroid. Cortisol, prednisolone, dexamethasone और triamcinolone. चलो 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 ठीक है भाई, लड़ाई नहीं, मारपीट नहीं भाई, कपड़ा पड़ा मत खोलो उसका। है ना? एक तो प्यारी बच्ची आई हमारी क्लास में, अच्छा अच्छा कमेंट किया। ठीक है, मत करो भाई, सब लोग मत करो यार, परेशान मत करो। प्लीज शांत हो जाओ सब लोग। Okay, now this one. Which of the following is a long-acting corticosteroid? That's a cortisol, prednisolone, or dexamethasone, or triamcinolone. That's your C. Dexamethasone, right? Dexamethasone. है ना? Corticosteroid. So is it a glucocorticoid, glucocorticoid, or mineralocorticoid? Mineralocorticoid. Which one is it? Is it a glucocorticoid or mineralocorticoid? Which one is it? Hmm. Cortisol, prednisolone, dexamethasone और triamcinolone में से dexamethasone is the correct answer. That is right, है ना? Dexamethasone long word and long acting as well, right? Long word and long acting as well. So is it a glucocorticoid or mineralocorticoid? That's obviously going to be your glucocorticoid, right? Now, now. If the glucocorticoid level increases, if the levels of the glucocorticoid increases, then what will happen? Which syndrome will be there? Which syndrome will be there, guys? Which syndrome will be there? If glucocorticoid level increases, then Hanji, anyone? That is what? That is what? Cushing syndrome, right? Cushing syndrome. And if the glucocorticoid level decreases down to Addison disease, right? This is important. Chalo, very good. Which of the following is a natural anticholinergic drugs? Natural. Okay, cyclopentolate, piperidine, solifenacin or atropine. Simple है, ये तो बच्चा बच्चा जानता है। है ना? That is important. Which of the following is the natural anticholinergic drug? Cyclopentolate, piperidine, solifenacin or atropine. Simple, simple. Cyclopentolate is being useful as a mydriatic drug. Mydriatic drug. right? For the eye examination. Very good. Bipyridine, if you remember, Bibenzpro. These are what? Central anticholinergics, if you remember. Central anticholinergics, right? And these central anticholinergics are useful in your Parkinson disease, right? Solifenacin has been useful for the overactive bladder, right? Acting onto the M3 antagonist, and bachcha knows that's your atropine is going to be the natural one, right? Natural one. Yeah. By Ben's Pro. Very good. है ना? So नॉन फार्मा क्वेश्चन कैसे आता है? क्वेश्चन नॉन फार्मा आ रहा है सीयूटी पीजी में? प्लीज कंफर्म. आई डोंट थिंक सो कि नॉन फार्मा अभी आता है उसमें. वी डोंट गेट एनी atropine girl Akansha. Okay. Poonam bang. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Soft bladder. That's right. है ना? Okay. चलो. अभी यहाँ से और कुछ है हमारे पास. हाँ, atropine poisoning. Atropine poisoning, guys. Which one is useful into the atropine poisoning? Can anyone tell me? Which drug is useful in atropine poisoning? Anyone? नहीं आता ना? Yes. नॉन फार्म क्वेश्चन सीयूईटी पीजी में अब नहीं आते हैं. 2023 was the last, but since that, no non pharma. Okay, right? This one, atropine poisoning में, that is going to be your physostigmine, if you remember, physostigmine, right? Chalo, chalo. Now, in urinary incontinence, following drug is widely used. Okay, urinary incontinence: pyrazine, cyclopentolate, darifenacin और hyoscine. So in देखो, यूरिनरी ब्लैडर का जो कंसेप्ट है ना, वो बड़ा थोड़ा सा इंपॉर्टेंट है टू रिमेम्बर, राइट? सो दिस मसल इज व्हाट? डिट्रूसर मसल, राइट? डिट्रूसर मसल. एंड दिस इज व्हाट? द स्फिंक्टर मसल, राइट? This is what as the sphincter muscle, right? And urine is filled up over here, right? Everybody knows about this one, so that is not to be made over here, right? Now what happens in parasympathetic condition, right? In parasympathetic condition, PSM. चल रही सर, बट कहाँ चलना है? अरे भाई साहब, तुम तो अलग ही लेवल पे हो. प्रली मिश्रा. सीयूईटी के सीयूईटी के एग्जाम सेंटर पे चलना है, चलो ठीक है. प्रली मिश्रा. Sari and dairy. Very good, very good, very good. Now PSM, that's up in parasympathetic condition, your urine outflow get increase, right? Your urine outflow get increase. So urine outflow increase hone mein, this sphincter should be relaxed. This sphincter should be relaxed, and detrusor muscle should be contract, right? Then urine outflow will be take place into the parasympathetic condition. Now if I talk about again, now if I talk about, this is detrusor muscle and this is your sphincter muscle, right? Sphincter muscle, right? So what will happen? What will happen? What will happen over here? This will sympathetic condition, right? Sympathetic condition mein your urine decreases, right? Your urine decreases. So sphincter is closed. That's your contracted, right? And detrusor means relaxed, right? Detrusor is relaxed. Now there is a drug known to be as the darifenacin. Darifenacin is what? M3 antagonist, right? M3 antagonist, if you remember, M3 antagonist. And M3 antagonist is going to be act onto the detrusor muscle, right? Antagonist acting onto the detrusor muscle. So all the drug is acting onto the detrusor muscle, known to be like that. Okay, इसको समझ के रखना कि ऑल द मस्करेनिक ड्रग्स डेराफेनेसिन जो है वो सारी डिट्रूसर मसल पे एक्ट कर रही हैं, स्फिंक्टर पे नहीं. दे आर नॉट एक्टिंग ऑन द स्फिंक्टर, दे आर एक्टिंग ऑन द डिट्रूसर मसल. right? So detrusor muscle have the M3 receptor, M3 receptor, Hana. So if they're going to inhibit this one, this is going to relax, this is going to relax, and this will be, so urine will be outflow. Yeah, chalo. Okay, now क्या क्वेश्चन है? सर दिस ईयर इन जीपैट क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम लो वेटेज एंड माइनर सब्जेक्ट रेडर देन हाई वेटेज. हाँ भाई पता है, मुझे पता चला, मुझे विश्वजीत, है ना. चलो दिस वन, colchicine. Colchicine, galantamine, camptothecin or vincristine. Used for the treatment of Alzheimer disease, anti-gout, anti-tumor or acute lymphocytic leukemia in children. चलो भाई बताओ. Simple question. Simple question. Simple question. Simple. अरे डोंट वरी बच्चा लोग, डोंट वरी, वट एवर इज हैपनिंग हैपनिंग फॉर अ रीजन, जस्ट गो विद द फ्लो, है ना. जैसे एक तुमने रील देखी होगी, एक बंदा चला जा रहा है ना, नदी में बहता चला जा रहा है, उस नदी में बहते चले जाओ, कहीं ना कहीं एक टापू में तो रुक ही जाओगे, राइट. जस्ट कीप अप द मोमेंटम, राइट. नाउ विच वन इज इट, लाइक दिस वन. चलो चलो, कम ऑन फास्ट. colchicine, galantamine, camptothecin or vincristine. Colchicine is what is useful into the anti-gout. Yeah, it is useful as an anti-gout. Galantamine, तो इसके आगे 2 लिख दिया, right. Galantamine is used for the Alzheimer disease, तो 2 के आगे 1 लिख दिया, right. Camptothecin has anti-tumor, so that's your 3, right. Vincristine, leukemia, that's your 4, right. So 2, 1, 3, 4. A is going to be the correct answer. Girl Akansha said B and then said A. Yes, so A is going to be your correct answer, right? Chalo. Inhibition of this enzyme leads to anti-hyperuricemic effect. Okay. HGPRT, hypoxanthine guanine, full form. What is the full form of HGPRT, guys? HGPRT full form? Anybody? Full form of HGPRT? Everybody knows about this one, xanthine oxidase would be right. But I am asking, what is the full form of HGPRT? That's your hypoxanthine, guanine, guaninosin, phosphoribosyl, phosphoribosyl, phosphoribosyl. नहीं पता, नहीं पता. Phosphoribosyl transferase. This is the full form of HGPRT. Okay. COX, बच्चा knows cyclooxygenase lox, बच्चा knows isolipoxygenase. Xanthine oxide, है ना, xanthine oxidase. Okay. So tell me the drug which is acting onto the xanthine oxidase, guys. Drugs acting onto the xanthine oxidase. Drug inhibiting the xanthine oxidase. Anyone? Yeah. Anyone? Drugs acting onto the xanthine oxidase. Allopurinol. Very good. Allopurinol. Febuxostat. Febuxostat. These are the uric acid synthesis inhibitors, right? Uric acid synthesis inhibitor, right? February में आलू की synthesis decreased down, right? February में आलू की synthesis decreased down, right? This is going to be the xanthine oxidase. Other ones, increasing the uric acid excretion, increasing the uric acid excretion, that is your USP. So US for U for uricosuric, S for sulfenpyrazone, and P for the propane acid. Correct? Chalo. Chalo. Now this one, a general pharmacophore for histone deacetylase inhibitors involves. This one. HGPRT is also involved into the 6-mercaptopurine and 6-thioguanine. Very good, Vishwajit. Good going, good going. Nice trick. Okay. A general pharmacophore for histone deacetylase inhibitors involved. Cap, hydrophilic linker, magnesium binding domain. Capped, hydrophobic linker, magnesium binding domain. Okay. Cap, hydrophilic linker, zinc binding domain. Or cap, hydrophobic linker, zinc binding domain. चलो histone deacetylase. Histone deacetylase. चलो anyone? Anyone? That's your that's your D, guys. Okay, cap, hydrophobic, zinc binding domain. Okay, चलो. Hmm. Hmm. Example of the cytotoxic anti-cancer compound of the marine origin. चलो ये तो बच्चा बच्चा जानता है. That is known to be everyone. That is known to be everyone. This one. हेलो गाइस, चाय पी लो. है ना, ऐसा लग रहा है तुम्हारे साथ प्रली मिश्रा. चलो. हेलो फ्रेंड्स, चाय पी लो. एक रील रील बड़ी फेमस हुई थी एक टाइम पे, है ना. चलो, दिस वन एग्जांपल ऑफ साइटोटॉक्सिक एंटी कैंसर कंपाउंड ऑफ मरीन ओरिजिन. दैट्स योर लैमिनिन, मैन्योलाइड, एरासी और एंथोप्लुरिन्स. That's your era C, right? Era C is going to be the correct answer. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Now, schedule V. V for victory. V for victory, right? V for victory. Life period of drugs. Life period of drugs. Standards for patent or proprietary medicine. Standard for the disinfectant liquid. Standard for surgical dressings. हाँ यार, चाय वैसे मैं पीता नहीं, सही बात है. रली मिश्रा, सो सॉरी, चाय वैसे पीता नहीं मैं. Okay, now this one. Schedule V, Schedule V, Schedule V, Schedule V. V for victory, V for victory. And when we get the victory, when we file the patents, right? When we file the patient's patent, Hana, that is going to be the B, right? Patent. Life period of drugs. Life period of drug is what? P or P1? Life period. P for period or P or P1? Which is going to be the correct one? Tell me. Standard for disinfectant fluids. Disinfectant fluids are example Dettol, phenol, right? Lysol, Lysol, the all, that is your O, okay? Schedule O is going to be the correct answer for this one. And surgical dressings may, uh, surgical dressings F2, I think so, right? F2, schedule F2, right? Schedule F2. Sir, coffee भी अच्छा बना लेती हूँ. ठीक है, ले आओ, ले आओ, ले आओ, ले आओ, ले आओ, प्रली मिश्रा, ले आओ. चलो, शेड्यूल F2 है ना, दैट इज फॉर सर्जिकल ड्रेसिंग्स. F3 इज फॉर अम्बिलिकल टेप्स, इफ यू रिमेंबर. अम्बिलिकल टेप्स. मैं चाहूँ तो तुम्हें यहाँ पे पूरा शेड्यूल यहाँ पे रिवाइज करता दूं, बट आई डोंट हैव दैट मच टाइम टू मेक यू रिवाइज द थिंग्स, बट स्टिल ओके. ना, P1 is responsible for the period, है ना, लाइफ पीरियड ऑफ ड्रग. P1 is for the pack size. पैक साइज, यहाँ पे कंफ्यूज नहीं होना. ओके, P1 is for pack size, right? चलो. Yes, sir. F2. Very good. Very good. Very good. Chalo, chalo, chalo. Okay, now here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Schedule M, Part 1A, Part 1B, Part 1C, Part 1D. Okay. Now you have a matching one. Specific requirement for the manufacturing of oral drugs. Okay. Requirement for the manufacturing of oral solid doses. Okay. Requirement for manufacturing of parenteral preparations. Topical products. Chalo, bhai, batao. Which one is right? Which one is right? Which one is right? Yeah, that's right, Vishwajit. P for periods and P1 is for pack size. Very good. Hmm. This is so simple, very simple. है ना? M is for part 1A, part 1B, part 1C, part 1D, right? So, A, part 1A, that is going to be your parenteral preparations, specifically your ophthalmic ones. Specifically your ophthalmic ones, right? C for syrup, B for buccal, D for dermatologic. Acha. Okay. Now we do have Part 1B MB. Okay, the B is going towards the 2. This one, manufacturing oral solid dosage form, right? And C is going towards the oral liquid, and D is for the 4. So C is going to be your correct answer, right? PSLV, C, C, C. That's right. That's right. Very good. Very good. C is your correct answer. Now, the schedule and drugs that deals with the guidelines for GMP of Ayurvedic drugs. अरे बताओ simple है. Simple, simple, simple. Simple. M1 is for the homeopathic drug. M1 is for the homeopathic drugs, right? M2 is for the cosmetic, and M3 is for the medical device, and T is for अपराजिता. कौन है वो? कौन है वो? कौन है वो? कौन है वो? पता लगाओ, उसे ढूंढो. Okay, तो schedule T is going to be your तेल, है ना? तेलम. So तेल is obviously used in your Ayurvedic medicine, right? Right? That is going to be the correct one. Okay, so HCM, very good, Aparajita. But here, story arises, right? So there is a there is a female who wants to go outside. There's a female who wants to go outside, and she's sick. She is sick, but she wants to go outside with her boyfriend, right? With her boyfriend, that's a male. Female is sick, and she has to go outside with his male friend, that's a boyfriend, right? And what she will do to go outside? What she will do to go outside? She will take the drug. She will take the drug to reduce down the sickness, right? So homeopathic drug she takes at the first. Now she has to go outside. Now obviously, है ना, females का जन्म सिद्ध अधिकार है, that is your cosmetics, right? Cosmetics is going to be applied onto the face, right? Whatever type of the cosmetics. And there is a time of the Gen Zs, right? There is a time of the Gen Zs. So everybody used to keep some devices, है ना? Smart watches, neck band, earphones, devices. Yeah. So cosmetics, and with that devices, she used to go outside. Right. So this is the trick to remember. The female is sick and she has to go outside with her friend, male friend. So what she have to do? Firstly, she have to take the homeopathic drug. Then she will apply some cosmetics, and also she will carry some devices. That's your medical devices, right? Is it all right? And T for the thalum, that is obviously right. Schedule T. Okay. Chalo. Now. Calculate the relative viability of the following drug from the tablet compared to the oral solution. Okay. Relative bioavailability. Relative bioavailability oral solution की है. अच्छा. Oral solution. Relative bioavailability. Relative कहाँ गया. Relative bioavailability of the following drug. Okay. Relative is what? Relative is what? When you compare the same. Which same? Same dosage form. Right? Same dosage form, right? AUC of same dosage form, right? Oral to oral, but here is test and here is standard. That is what the relative says. And if I talk about the absolute one, absolute is obviously going to be your AUC test, and AUC here the IV, right? That is going to be the thing. Now, if I talk about from tablet compared to the oral solution, okay, tablet to the oral solution, okay. So here we do have tablet to oral solution, 89.5 to 86.1, 86.1. So 89.5 divided by 86.1 into 100. Karo zara. What would be the correct answer? What will be the correct answer, guys? Anyone? Hmm? What would be the correct answer? Anyone? That's your what? अरे यार इधर आ जा भाई मेरे. हाँ तो 89.5 divided by 86.1, right? तो 103, 101.03. Okay, 1.03 is going to come, and if you multiply by 100, so B is going to come 104. Duck, 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 duck. Yay! We have got that right. We have got that right. We have got the right. Yes, 104 is going to be your correct answer. Got it? This is the way you have to. This is the way you have to solve, right? 104. Devanshu Sanare Avdut Joshi sir. Welcome back to the channel. Namaste. क्या हाल चाल है अवधूत? क्या हाल चाल है? So that is going to be your 104%, right? Chalo now. A highly branched polymeric material. A highly branched polymeric material which is also a star-shaped micromolecule and whose structure similar with the tree is known as nanoparticles, dendrimers, liposomes, or polymeric micelles. Which one is it? Highly branched tree, and here you can see the dendri what's dendrites, right? That's your dendrites, and dendrites. If you see the dendrites and neurons, right? So that is quite branched in structure, right? So dendrimers is going to be the correct answer. बस सर कृपा है ठाकुर, बस सर कृपा बनी रहनी चाहिए, कृपा बनी रहनी चाहिए यार, सब ठीक चलता रहता है. चलो. Now this one, color break and score. Color break and score break are the types of, okay, ampules, rubber closures, or infusion device, or vials. Which one is it? Which one is it, guys? Color break, score break are the types of ampules, rubber closure, infusion devices. Easy question बोलने में भी डर लग रहा है. अरे कोई डर नहीं लगता. चलो, color break, score break are the types of, that is what? Ampules, rubber closure, infusion devices, or vials. That's your ampules itself, right? Very good, very good, very good. Now, which of the following step in the process of sugar meeting is used to round the edges and build up the tablet size? Okay, round the edges, guys. Round the edges, round the edges, round the edges. Seal coating, subcoating, then syrup, then polishing, right? This is going to be the steps, right? So, that is going to be your subcoating. Very good, very good, very good. Now, wet granulation of tablet preparation involve the following steps. Okay, wet granulation. So there are dry granulation as well as the wet granulation, dry as well as wet. So wet granulation they have asked, right? Mixing, sieving, mixing, granulation, sieving, or compression. That is going to CABD, DABC, ABCD, or BDAC. Which one is it? Correct sequence they have asked. Correct sequence. Correct sequence. Mixing and then granulation, obviously, and then sieving, and obviously then compression, right? That is going to be a correct answer, right? Hmm. Okay. Sure. Now, which technique does the pharmaceutical industry routinely use to screen for polymorphs of a compound? Okay, this one is important. This one is very important. Polymorphism. Polymorphism, right? Polymorphism. right? NMR spectroscopy, HPLC, powder XRD, or mass spectroscopy. Which one is it? Simple. It is simple. That's your XRD, right? X-ray diffraction, right? If you remember. चल जा भाई मेरे. That's your X-ray diffraction, right? X-ray diffraction. Now, polymorphism is what? Polymorphism is what? Different different structures, right? Whichever compound, okay, whichever the component, or you can say, right, which of the form, yeah, which of the form have highest melting point, that is going to be the most stable, right? That is going to be the most stable. Now, if I talk about the cocoa butter, we do have plenty alpha, beta, beta dash as well as the gamma, right? So which of the following is the most stable polymorphic form of the cocoa butter? Alpha, beta, beta, gamma, beta dash, or gamma? C is good, very good, very good. Everybody says C, that's right. Anyone? First form of polymorph. Uh-huh. That's your beta, okay? Beta has the highest melting point, right? Beta is the highest melting point. That's why it is most stable, Vishwaji. That's right, that's right. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Okay. Now, the all-in type water emulsion are produced by such emulsifying agents. Gum acacia, beeswax, methyl cellulose, wool fat, or saponins. Which one is it? Emulsifying agents, gum acacia, beeswax, methyl cellulose, wool fat, or saponins. Chalo, we'll be going fast right now. We'll be going fast. We'll be going fast. It's already 1 hour and we have take a lot of time. Now we'll be going fast. Chalo. This is going to be your gum acacia and then saponins as well as your methyl cellulose. These are going to be your oil in water type of emulsion may they are being used, right? ADE. Okay. The amount of drug decreases as follows as a solid dosage form. Solid dosage form. The decrease in the amount of drug appears to be okay. Okay, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 60 minutes, 94. Arey bhai. Okay, so in first order reaction, you see there is a fraction fraction of drug, right? That is percentage, fixed percentage, or you can say the constant kind of the drug will be eliminated per unit time. Zero order, amount of drug is fixed. Amount of drug is fixed over here, right? Amount of drug is fixed over here, right? So if you can see 10, 20, half. नहीं 10-20 उसका मतलब हाफ कहाँ हुआ, बड़ा हो गया ना, डबल हो गया. So drug in 10 minutes the drug was 96, in 20 minutes 89, in 60 57, okay, in 94 34. Okay, so here you can see concentration independent होता है विश्वजीत, है ना? Now here you can see के 10 to 20 96 by 89, right? यार ये बहुत थोड़ा सा लोचा हो जाएगा इसमें. Okay, but it seems to be the first or zero order process. Okay, zero order process is going to be the thing, but here you can see, right? Constant amount of the drug is being eliminated per unit time. 10 minutes में कितना? 10 minutes में कितना? That is your 7 mg, right? 7 mg is gone into the 10 minutes, right? Now here you have कितना? 40 minutes का. तो 40 into 7, 40 into 7, 40 into 7. So that is going to be the 20, right? 28, I think so, right? The 89 minus 57. So 7, 9, that is going to be what 2 and 3 32 पता नहीं भाई चलो zero order kinetics. Now which of the following is not true about Reynolds number? Reynolds number, chalo, which of the following is not true about Reynolds number? Reynolds number determine the type of fluid flow. That's right. Considering standard considerations, Reynolds number value below 2000 indicates laminar or streamline flow. Now, considering standard conditions, Reynolds number greater than 4000 state turbulent flow. Okay. Considering standard considerations, Reynolds number value greater than 8000 indicates the transitional flow. चलो बताओ कौन सा है? I think A is right. है ना? Fluid flow we do calculate, right? B, if it is less than 2000, then it is going to be, if Reynolds number is less than 2000, then it is going to be the streamline, right? Streamline, right? If more than 4000, then it is going to be the turbulent, right? Then it is going to be the D, which is 8000 का तो कोई number ही नहीं होता, right? Indicates the transitional flow, no. Okay, chalo. Now, which of the following material is most used for the blister packaging of tablets and capsules? Okay, the blister packaging. Chalo, anyone? Blister packaging, simple. Cellophane, polyacetate, polyvinyl chloride, or polyester. Bachcha knows that's your polyvinyl chloride, right? Polyvinyl chloride se hi you will also make some pipes as well. PVC ki pipes aata hai. Okay. Noe-Whitney equation used to describe the first order kinetics, zero order kinetics, dissolution rate. Chalo, simple. Polyester nahi rekta. Chalo, this one. First order kinetics, zero order kinetics, second order kinetics, the dissolution rate. Now, for diffusion, anyone tell me? For diffusion and for the dissolution from matrix, can anyone tell me? Dissolution from matrix, which equation is being used in for the diffusion and for dissolution from matrix? That's your dissolution rate. That's your correct. Right? Very much. Ekta Vishwajit, dissolution. That's right. That's right. But I'm talking about this one. Diffusion, dissolution from matrix. Which one is being used from that one? Diffusion में fix first law, right? Diffusion. सर 112 SC GPAT क्वालिफाई हो जाएगा? नाइपर की तैयारी करूं या ना करूं? कर लो, तैयारी शुरू करो धीराज से. बट यू कैन से लाइक थोड़ा सा बॉर्डर लाइन पे है अधिराज सिंह, है ना? बॉर्डर लाइन पे है, बट होपफुली होप फॉर द बेस्ट, राइट? चलो, dissolution is going to be your Higuchi. Very good, Aprajita, very good. Higuchi is going to be the correct answer, right? And Vishwajit also, Higuchi square root. That's right. Very good. Higuchi reaction. Right, chalo. The abbreviation of Latin word RX. बच्चा knows यार, पहली क्लास में. B Farm first days, B Farm first year, B Farm first year, even the first few days as well. First few days, first class. RX, prescription. You take to make, to sold, to use. Which one? Take do. That is going to be your you take, right? Chal. Previously it is known to be as the Jupiter, sign of Jupiter, right? Chalo. Okay. Now match the list. The size reduction method. Okay. Cutting method, compression method, impact method, combined impact and attrition method. चलो ये तो तुम लोग बताओगे. सर जीपैट क्वालिफाइड नहीं हुआ और सीयूटी हो गया तो एडमिशन मिलता है कि सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी में? बिल्कुल मिलता है तुषार देसाले, बिल्कुल मिलता है. बट प्रेफरेंस मिलता है जीपैट वालों को, तो थोड़ा सा तुम्हारा नंबर बाद में आएगा. सर 145 ओबीसी प्रिपेयर फॉर नाइपर प्रिपेयर कर लो, बट बॉर्डर लाइन है. विभा कुशवाहा, you should prepare sniper, but it is on borderline. So 50-50 chance. Okay, so cutting method is what? Okay, compression तो रोलर हो गया, है ना. इम्पैक्ट, कंबाइंड इम्पैक्ट, तो दैट इज योर फ्लूइड एनर्जी मिल, है ना. तो डी का टू, here you have got the correct answer, right? A is going to be the correct answer, right? चलो. Okay, now this one, disperse system. अरे रे रे रे, simple. Gas liquid, solid liquid, liquid gas. पहले easy वाले कर लो. Solid liquid is going to be the suspension, right? And liquid that is going to be emulsion. तो B का 3 यही बन गया आंसर. B का 3 and C का 1, that is going to be the correct one. B is going to be the correct, right? चलो. During the preparation of calamine lotion, gel to sol conversion of bentonite is achieved by addition of following agent. Okay, now this one, tragacanth, acacia, sodium citrate, gelatin. Which one is it? Okay, gel to sol I am talking about. So this is what? Pseudoplastic, dilatant, or plastic? Which one is it? Gel to sol conversion. Gel to sol conversion. Anyone? Anyone? C. No idea? That's just sodium citrate. That's right. Sodium citrate is right. General 160 ही जाएगा. इतना अच्छा ही जाए तो बढ़िया है यार. बाकी ज्यादा, काफी ज्यादा बच्चे क्वालिफाई हों. हमारे बच्चे फंसे हुए हैं 150 नंबर के आसपास, है ना. So that is going to be your pseudoplastic, right? Very good, Vishwajit. है ना. Pseudoplastic is going to be the correct answer, and that's why it is known to be as the shear thickening. Not thickening, it's shear thinning. Sorry, shear thinning. And what is the purpose of thinning? Here you can see the viscosity. Viscosity gel में कितनी होती है? ज्यादा होती है ना. So thinning कर रहे हैं, that is we are decreasing down the viscosity. So decreasing down the viscosity, gel to sol, right? Gel to sol. That's your shear thinning. But that's what? Time independent. Time जाना चाहिए यार अपराजिता, लेकिन मुझे लगता नहीं इतना जाएगा. हो जाएगा सुमित, 192 में हो जाएगा. Okay. Time independent. Pseudoplastic flow, that's your shear thinning. Whereas if I talk about time dependent shear thinning system, then what is known to be as? हो जाएगा भाई सुमित, हो जाएगा भाई, हो जाएगा. आपको क्या लगता है सर? लास्ट में बताएंगे. चलो, this one, time dependent shear thinning, that's what I'm asking. अरे भाई मेरे हो जाएगा, क्यों परेशान हो रहा है सुमित? सिंक विद स्विमिंग, सिंक करो, डांस करो, सब करो. टाइम डिपेंडेंट, दैट्स योर थिक्सोट्रॉपी, इफ यू रिमेंबर. थिक्सोट्रॉपी, बच्चा बच्चा लोग, थिक्सोट्रॉपी. चलो, नाउ दिस वन. Okay, large pieces, coarse powders, fine powders, very fine powders. Match the degree of size reduction with respective methods. Okay, large pieces, coarse powders, fine powders, very fine powders. है ना. Combined impact and attrition mills, fluid energy mills, impact mills, cutter or compression mills. Which are these? 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 चलो. I am disqualified in GPAT and I drop a year without joining BM firm. Disqualified? How disqualified, Satyanarayan? How you got disqualified? That is going to be the B, guys. B. A for large pieces for the cutter or compressor mills, right? And coarse powder is going to be the third. That's your impact mills. Impact mills. C, 1. And D, 2 fluid energy mills. Okay. Shall. Now this one. This is to very much easy. Hana, lamination, mottling, picking and capping. Lamination, mottling, picking and capping. Capping is what? Capping and lamination. Lamination is the complete separation, right? Separation into two or more distinct layer. Complete separation of top to bottom, crown of bottom from the main body. Okay. Which one is it? That is A to 4, right? Complete separation. Complete separation, right? Then mottling, uneven distribution of color on tablets, right? So B ka 3, picking, surface material sticking. That is going to be the one, and capping is this one, right? Partial or complete separation. पेपर में चीटिंग करते पकड़ा गया सर. क्या बात कर रहे हो? Feeling very sad, depression. अरे what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? सर जीपैट 2026 आंसर की 99 मार्क्स जनरल. अरे नहीं यार. So sorry, Pakati Satyanarayan. So sorry for you. है ना? So that is going to be what? That is going to be A ka 4, A ka 4, A ka 4, A ka 4. Okay, C or D. Then B ka 3, B ka 3. Okay. Then C is going to two sides. So this is going to be your correct answer. C, right? C is going to be the correct answer, right? Chalo. Colloidal silica is used as a glidant or flow promoter in the tablet processes. Its trade name is colloidal silica. Colloidal silica. Colloidal, Cabosil, Carbopol, or Mannitol. Simple. Simple, right? Hmm. That is going to be your Cabosil, right? Chalo. Arey yaar. Chalo. A drug whose solubility is 1 gram per liter. 1 gram per liter, right? Now, when administered through oral route, a dose of 500 mg get absorbed almost 95% of the dose. The drug belongs to which according to the BCS classification? Solubility is itna. When administered through oral route at a dose of 500 mg get absorbed 95%. 95% means um uh, good permeability. Good permeability. Good permeability. Right? 95% हो गई है तो right? That is going to be the one. And 1 gram per liter. 1 gram per liter is considered to be as the high solubility, guys. Is considered to be as the high solubility. So high solubility, high permeability. That is going to be your class 1, right? That is going to be your class 1. Very good. Chalo. Now this one. Stearic acid, sodium aragonate, polysorbate, cellulose acetate, phthalate. Okay, cap. I have got cap and cap. We know that's your enteric coated polymers. So D ka 3. D ka 3. And stearic acid, sodium alginate. Stearic acid is your lubricant, to be precise. Alginate, suspending agent. Polysorbates, these are your surfactant. है ना? Polysorbates are your which kind of surfactant? Anionic, cationic, non-ionic. Which one is it? Which one is it? Hmm. Anyone? Polysorbate. These are what? Polysorbates are nothing but your twins, right? And if you remember LPSO, L for laurate, that's your 20, palmitate 40, stearate 60, and oleate is your 80, right? So if they ask you around, uh-huh, polysorbates, guys, polysorbate is always the non-ionic in nature. Anionic, cationic बोल रहे हो यार तुम लोग तो. So non-ionic is what? Non-ionic is what? Cationic में सिट्रीमाइड एंड एल्कोनियम होते हैं. दैट्स राइट. कैटायन में ईएम वाले होते हैं, है ना? ट्वीन की बात कर रहे हैं, ट्वीन एंड स्पांस, राइट? सो इफ दे आस्क यू अबाउट द नंबर, or you can be asked around के what should be the name of tween 20? What should be the name of tween 20? That's your polyoxyethylene sorbitan. 20 is what? 20 is what? LPSO. So P, L for laurate. That is going to be the correct answer, and that's what they asked, right? Tween is considered to be as hydrophilic in nature. tween is considered to be as the hydrophilic in nature, and span is considered to be as the lipophilic in nature. Lipophilic in nature. Okay, chalo, chalo. Now, when water in emulsion gets converted into oil in water, which type of emulsion the phenomena is called as? Chalo bhai batao. What should be the correct answer? Chalo. Flocculation, breaking, inversion, or deflocculation? Anyone? Obviously, it's going to be C, right? Phase inversion takes place. Phase inversion takes place. Flocculation is what? Reversible. Reversible, right? But if flocculation takes through, and flocculation generally happens in your suspensions only, it does not occur in your emulsions, right? Emulsions, right? So if I talk about creaming and then coalescence, right? Okay, this emulsion is very much important. GPAT में भी यहाँ से क्वेश्चन पूछा था कि which one is मेरा वाला बॉटल ओके भाई, मैंने चुरा लिया तुम्हारा, है ना? चलो, क्रीमिंग, जहां से यहाँ पे जीपैट से भी क्वेश्चन पूछा था, दे हैव आस्क्ड क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम जीपैट आल्सो ओवर हियर, फ्रॉम हियर, दैट व्हिच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग थिंग्स इज रिवर्सिबल, या रिवर्सिबल दे हैव आस्क्ड, है ना? रिवर्सिबल इन emulsion. तो क्रीमिंग इज व्हाट? क्रीमिंग इज रिवर्सिबल, right? But exaggerated form, increased levels of the creaming is going to be the irreversible, that is coalescence, right? That is going to be coalescence. Whereas if I talk about breaking, or it is also known as to be as the cracking, it is also known as the cracking. This is what? This is the also irreversible. This is also irreversible, right? Yesterday in railway pharmacist, they have asked a question that which of the following is a irreversible kind of a thing in emulsion. So the option was there, cracking. Cracking. Cracking was mentioned over there. Ki, cracking is what? Irreversible, reversible, partially reversible, or what? What? So breaking or cracking, it is known to be as the irreversible. Yesterday, railway pharmacists, they have asked this question. Okay, so this is important. Right now, they are asking the questions. Who knows ki this question comes in your CUET PG? CUET PG 2026. Important. This one is very much important. Mark this one. Okay. Chalo. The stability of a complex is affected by complexing ability of metal ions. जीपैट में भी आया था, जीपैट में रिवर्सिबल क्रीमिंग पूछा था. Yesterday RRB 2026 में they have asked the irreversible, that's your cracking. Okay, chalo. The stability of a complex is affected by complexing ability of the metal ion, characteristic of the ligand, characteristics of the mobile phases, complexing ability ion, as well as the characteristic of the ligand. Chalo, simple. That is what? That is your D, right? चलो. हैमेट कांस्टेंट, ओहो हो, हैमेट कांस्टेंट भी पूछा था जीपैट में. हैमेट कांस्टेंट, टाफ्ट्स पैरामीटर, टाफ्ट स्टेरिक पैरामीटर, मोलर रिफ्लेक्टिविटी, पार्टीशन कोफिशिएंट. चलो, सिंपल. एनीवन? एनीवन? हैमेट कांस्टेंट. हैमेट कांस्टेंट इज गोइंग टुवर्ड्स the this one. Taft steric is going to be this one. Molar refractivity, this one, the A is going to be a correct answer, right? चलो, ये क्या हुआ? पहले आंसर दे दिया, बाद में वो दे दिया. चलो, जो भी है. चलो, बायोलॉजिकल इंडिकेटर यूज फॉर मॉइस्ट हीट स्टरलाइजेशन. तो मॉइस्ट हीट, हमें तो कांस्टेंट पता होता तो हम जैसे ना, तो कहाँ पता होता है. चलो चलो, नो वरीज यार, नो वरीज. कुछ क्वेश्चंस होते हैं ऐसे. ओके, डोंट वरी. So, moist heat sterilization, I am asking. Moist heat sterilization, stereothermophilus. Subtilis is for the dry heat as well as your. So, क्वेश्चन चैलेंज कब करते हैं? जब तुम्हें लगे कि ये क्वेश्चन गलत है, तब करते हैं. and I will also make a video for that कि कैसे करना है. Okay, don't worry. Dry heat में भी subtilis, and you can say like which one? किसमें और भी तो था, I think so. That's gaseous, right? Gaseous में Bacillus subtilis is also there. Pumilus, that's your radiation, right? Radiation. Filtration, अच्छा filtration, okay चलो. Filtration मान लिया. Filtration. That's your radiation is being for Pumilus, right? Now if I talk about the cold sterilization, which is known to be as the cold sterilization, guys. Anyone? Cold sterilization? Hmm? Which filtration is known to be as the cold sterilization? Anyone? Sterilization is important, guys. Okay, to do note it down as an important mark. Anak, sterilization is important. They do ask questions. Cold sterilization is also known as your filtration. Okay. सर मतलब अभी या फाइनल नहीं भाई, चैलेंज इवैल्यूएशन तो अभी करोगे, ऑब्वियसली 3 दिन का टाइम दिया ना उन्होंने. एड्स, यूट्यूब प्रीमियम खरीद लो अपराजिता, है ना. फिल्ट्रेशन इज गोइंग टू बी योर कोल्ड स्टरलाइजेशन. ओके, चलो. गामा रेडिएशन वैगर एको कोल्ड बोलते हैं. नहीं यार, फिल्ट्रेशन को बोलते हैं कोल्ड स्टरलाइजेशन, मेम्ब्रेन फिल्ट्रेशन. चलो, फाइन. नाउ व्हिच एग्लूटिनेशन टेस्ट इज परफॉर्म फॉर द डायग्नोसिस ऑफ टाइफाइड? अरे यार, बच्चा बच्चा नोस. डिक टेस्ट, विडाल टेस्ट, टिने टेस्ट और शिक टेस्ट. शिक टेस्ट is used for the diphtheria. Dick test is used for the scarlet fever, and Vidal test, obviously Vidal test is going to be used for the typhoid, right? माउंटेन ड्यू का एड में तो ऋतिक रोशन चेंज हो गया. हाँ, चलो. प्लेग और ब्लैक डेथ इज कॉज्ड बाय बोर्डिटेला परट्यूसिस, पास्ट्रोएला पेस्टिस, साल्मोनेला टाइफी और विब्रियो टोलेरा. विच वन इज इट? एंड विब्रियो कॉलेरा में Duckerel vaccine has been given. Duckerel vaccine has been given into the cholera. Bordula pertussis, pestis, typhi, or cholera. That is going to be your Bordetella pertussis, black plague or black death. Right? Chalo. The type of food spoilage that occurs in a fresh meat and fish is called. Okay. Slime, putrefaction, moldy, or rots. French. Gun, 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 gun. Okay, French, that's super static. Yes, fantastic. Ekta misra. Okay, chalo. That is going to be the slime or putrefaction or moldy or rots. That is going to be as the putrefaction. Okay, chalo. Now, which test is used for determination of adequate pasteurization in milk? Pastured milk. So, lime test, Dick test, phosphatase test, or Vidal test. चलो simple है. Simple. Lime test, phosphatase test, Dick test, or Vidal test. Dick test, I told you that's a scarlet fever, right? Lime test, phosphatase test, Dick test, or Vidal test. That is obviously going to be your phosphatase test, right? Chalo. Pasteurization 72 degrees Celsius, right? If you remember. Chalo. The principal microorganism responsible for the fermentation of yogurt. Pediococcus crevice, Micrococcus sporangus, Streptococcus thermophilus, or Enterobacter clocky. Okay. So guys, one more thing you have to remember, that vitamin B12 के organism, microorganisms, है ना, microbes are important. Okay. Anything which is related to vitamin B12 or penicillin, anything which is related to vitamin B12 or penicillin, they are important. Do note it down, that one. Okay, that is going to be Streptococcus thermophilus. Very good. And that is what also been used in your moist heat, as a biological indicator. Okay, chalo. Now, the causative organism of the disease Bakane foolish seedlings is what? Agrobacterium sporangus, Fucus racelius, Giardinia. सर मत लीजिए नाम, मेरे 5 मार्क्स खाए हैं ये. अच्छा, डोंट वरी, ठीक है यार, मेहनत करो ना। ओके, चलो। जिडार्टिना स्टेलाटा और जिबरेला फिकुकी, देखो, अगर गलत किया है, इफ यू हैव डन दैट रॉन्ग, यू शुड बी, यू नो, रिवाइज इट अगेन, and once you revise it again, it will stuck in your mind कि मैंने this question I have done that wrong in that examination. Otherwise, if it would have come in another examination, I will definitely not going to do the wrong, right? That is what Gibrella fugi corae. Okay, so the elicitor used for the increasing the production of chiconin from plant cell suspension culture of the Lidospermum erythrozyosone is chitosan, yeast, acetyl salicylic acid, or copper sulfate. That is what chitosan, yeast, acetyl salicylic acid, or copper sulfate. That is going to be your copper sulfate, right? Copper sulfate is also known as your blue vitriol, if you remember, right? Copper sulfate is also known as your blue vitriol. Green vitriol is what? Green vitriol and white vitriol. Ferrous sulfate is known to be as your green vitriol, right? And white vitriol is your zinc sulfate. This is important. Okay, this is important. Copper साथ साथ में लेटर बी, राइट? जी साथ साथ में लेटर एफ, डब्ल्यू साथ साथ में लेटर जिंक, जेड, राइट? तो दिस इज इंपॉर्टेंट, साथ साथ वाला लेटर यू हैव टू रिमेंबर. अल्फा डी ग्लूकोज एंड बीटा डी ग्लूकोज आर व्हाट? एनोमर्स, एपीमर्स, रोटामर्स और टॉटोमर. ये दोनों तो नहीं है, है ना? रोटामर्स आर नॉट, टॉटोमर्स आर नॉट, एपीमर्स, एनोमर्स और व्हाट? ग्लूकोज और अल्फा डी ग्लूकोज, बीटा डी ग्लूकोज. ओके, so anomers are the what which have the differentiation at C1 position, right? C1 position. Epimers having example like galactose and glucose. Galactose and glucose at C4 position. At C4 position, that's your epimers. And anomers are your alpha D glucose and beta D glucose anomers. That's right. Very good. Okay. Which of the following name reaction utilizes PPH3 as a reagent? Okay, PPH3 as a reagent. Okay, PPH3 as a reagent, guys. Class N condensation, aldol condensation, Wittig reaction, Bagnelli reaction. Yeah. Anyone? That's your Wittig reaction. Very good, right? Wittig reaction. Okay, now this one. Carl Fisher reagent. Carl Fisher reagent consists of a mixture of anhydrous methanol, anhydrous base, pyridine, iodine, and sulfur dioxide. That's right. The reaction of Carl Fisher reagent is with water is H2O, ISO2, 3S. Okay. C2H3N, CH3OH, C2H2I, C2H2NH, SO2CH2 or NO2. So first of all, Carl Fisher reagent is used to what? Used to determine the moisture content, right? Moisture content, first and foremost thing, right? First and foremost thing. So what should be the correct answer over here? What should be the correct answer over here? A, B, or C, or D? A, statement 1 and 2 are correct. One, both statement are incorrect. One is correct or two is incorrect. One is correct or two is correct. Which one is it? Hmm. That's going to be C. Very good. Statement 2 is incorrect. Very good. The product of the following reaction. Okay, bhai sir. MgCl, MgCl, HCHO, H3O plus. Okay. MgCl is what? RMgX. That is going to be what? Grignard reagent. Grignard reagent. Right? So which one would be falling? HCHO, oxidizing agent. Chalo. Which one is it? A, B, C, or D? Hmm. Which one? सीवीटी पीजी में कितने मैक्स कितने मार्क्स चाहिए? शुभांगी जायसवाल। दैट इज टोटली डिपेंडेंट ऑन द डिफरेंट यूनिवर्सिटीज, राइट? फिर अगर तुम बीबीएयू की बात करोगे, दैट इज बाबा साहेब भीमराव अंबेडकर यूनिवर्सिटी, दैट इज योर सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी, है ना? अच्छी यूनिवर्सिटी है, बट ठीक है, हो जाएगा उसमें भी। अगर तुम्हारे 75 में से अगर 40 मार्क्स भी अगर सही होते हैं और 50 क्वेश्चन सही होते हैं, तो दैट यू कैन हैव इट बाय योर साइड। ओके, मार्क्स नॉट, यू कैन से लाइक, हाँ, के the number of questions you would be doing correct, that is going to be the thing. And in CVT PG you will obviously going to get the easy questions apart from the GPAT, right? So this one, okay, CCl2 BNH3 NO2 plus or CH3, okay, free radical, कार्बीन, इलेक्ट्रोफाइल और न्यूक्लियोफाइल। चलो बताओ भाई। CH3 is what? Free radical. Simple. CCl2 is carbene. CCl2 will carbene. Now you can tell me which reaction has an intermediate of carbene. Which name reaction? Which name reaction has an intermediate of carbene, guys? Electrophile. जिसके ऊपर पॉजिटिव होगा वो, that is going to be electrophile. Negative is going to be the nucleophile, right? So that is going to be what? D का 1. D का 1. D का 1. Okay. Then C का 3. C का 3. C का 3. That is going to be your correct. B is going to be your correct answer. Now, anyone tell me which name reaction has an intermediate carbene? Anyone? सर एमबीए फार्मा का के लिए, एमबीए फार्मा के लिए यूज है? नहीं समझा मैं, आशीष कुमार यादव। नो वन? दैट्स योर रोजनमुंड रिएक्शन। रोज को कल अलादीन का चिराग मिला। एनीवन? रोजनमुंड रिएक्शन, that is going to be carbene is going to be the intermediate over there in rosenmund reaction. Okay, chalo, do remember which one is incorrect. Okay, a structure with a plane of symmetry is achiral. Superimposable mirror images cannot exist as two enantiomer. Chiral does not mean enantiomeric pure. Diastereomer have similar physical properties. Which one is it? मैक्स कितने मार्क्स चाहिए यार? 74, 75 इंटू 4 लगा लो डायरेक्ट, कितना हुआ? 74, 4 5 इज 20, 24 इज 20, 300 मार्क्स का पेपर है, तो 300 मार्क्स में लगा लो। अगर 200 मार्क्स यू आर गेटिंग, तो यू आर क्वाइट सेफ एंड यू आर इन अ टॉपर वे, राइट? सो यू कैन easily get the marks, easily get the whatever kind of the central university you want, right? If you get around 150 to 200 also, then you are also a good position. That is going to be your D, right? Chalo. Identify the polar aprotic solvent. Identify the polar aprotic solvent. Water, benzene, DMSO or acetic acid. Aprotic solvent. Aprotic solvent. That's your DMSO. Very good. Aparajita. Very good. Garlakansha. C. Very good. Aparajita. DMSO. Very good. And DMSO is what? The penetration enhancer. And that is what asked in your GPAT examination, right? Penetration enhancer. DMSO. Penetration enhancer. That is important. Okay. सर एमबीए फार्मा के लिए सीवीटी पीजी का स्कोर कार्ड वैली है अगर, तो कौन सा कॉलेज के लिए टारगेट करूं? एनी सजेशन? कहां से हो पहले तो ये बताओ, आशीष कुमार यादव। चूज द करेक्ट ऑर्डर ऑफ रिएक्टिविटी of the following carbonyl compounds towards the nucleophilic substitution reactions, है ना? Towards the nucleophilic substitution reaction, choose the correct answer from the options given below. ABCD, ABCD, ABCD और DABC। अच्छा ये वाला है, ओके। ओके, न्यूक्लियोफिलिक सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन, न्यूक्लियोफिलिक सब्स्टिट्यूशन रिएक्शन, चलो भाई बताओ। Cl is having minus I effect, ROR, okay, OR and NH2. चलो भाई बताओ, which one is going to be the correct answer? Hmm? Anyone? That is going to be ABCD is going to be the nucleophilic substitution reaction. Chalo. Solvents can affect the rate of reaction by solvent participating as a reagent, acting as a catalyst, dissolving the reagents, or all of these. Which one is it? Chalo. Simple, simple. Participating as a reagent, acting as a catalyst, dissolving the reagent, or all of these. उत्तर प्रदेश में हैं आप, तब तो एमबीए यार कहीं से भी कर सकते हो। उत्तर प्रदेश में कहाँ से हो आशीष कुमार? बीबीएयू कर लो एमबीए के लिए, ठीक है। अच्छी यूनिवर्सिटी भी है, सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटी है बीबीएयू, है ना। दैट इज गोइंग टू बी ऑल ऑफ दीज। वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड। चलो, फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट इज ट्रू अबाउट हेटेरोसाइकल्स। हेटेरोसाइकल्स, pyrimidine readily undergoes electrophilic substitution. That is not right. Pyrimidine goes for the nucleophilic pyridine. The lone pair of pyridine nitrogen is localized. No. Piperidine is more basic than pyridine. Yeah, that is right. That is going to be the right with heterofuran is not aromatic. अरे भाई गलत, furan तो होता ही aromatic compound. That is going to be piperidine, right? So BBAU is going to be the correct one. Going to be the good college for you, Ashish Kumar Yadav, right? MBA होता है, आराम से हो जाएगा. Okay. Now this one, covalent bonding, ionic bonding, हाइड्रोजन और वंडरवॉल। सर महाराष्ट्र में भी बता दो एमबीए यार महाराष्ट्र का आइडिया नहीं है, बट विल कम श्योर, विल कम श्योर ओवर देयर। ओके, मैं बताऊंगा, एक वीडियो बनाऊंगा स्पेसिफिक के लिए। पहले एग्जाम तो देके आओ भाई मेरे, एग्जाम देके आओ, रिजल्ट आएगा, स्कोर कार्ड आएगा, फिर बताएंगे, है ना, डोंट वरी। बट नाउ यू शुड हैव टारगेट के अराउंड मेरा जो मार्क्स आना चाहिए 150 से ऊपर ही आना चाहिए इन सीयूटी पीजी। दैट इज व्हाट द डिजायर्ड वैल्यू। ओके, अबव 150 बीबीएयू, बाबू के लिए नहीं, बीबीएयू है वो। ओके, चलो। कोवेलेंट बॉन्डिंग, आयनिक बॉन्डिंग, हाइड्रोजन बॉन्डिंग, वैन डर वाल्स। सबसे पहले तो यू शुड बी नोइंग दैट आयनिक इज द मोस्ट स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट, देन कोवेलेंट, देन हाइड्रोजन, एंड देन वंडरवॉल। वंडरवॉल तो आयनिक हैज 40 to 140, then covalent is going to be the 15, hydrogen is going to be this, and this is going to be the this, right? So ये कैसे दे रखा है, कोवेलेंट 40, आयोनिक का 15, हो ही नहीं सकता, हो ही नहीं सकता। हाइड्रोजन बॉन्ड सी का 4 और डी का 3, दैट इज राइट, बट कोवेलेंट और आयनिक में दैट इज कंफ्यूजन। नो 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 नो, ए का 2 होना, ए का 1 होना चाहिए एंड बी का 2 होना चाहिए। चलो, नो वरीज, दिस ऑप्शन इज रॉन्ग। नाउ दिस वन, नाउ दिस, अच्छा, मेरा सीयूटी पीजी एलएलबी में 180 मार्क्स रहेगा, तो मैं को डीयू, एलएलबी, आदित्य पटेल, डीयू 180 मार्क्स, नहीं भाई, डीयू तो मुश्किल है यार। डीयू 180 मार्क्स हो भी सकता है, अगर एफिलिएटेड कॉलेज में होगा तो मिल भी सकता है ना, लेकिन स्पेसिफिक दिल्ली यूनिवर्सिटी में तो शायद मुश्किल है। चलो, डीयू से एफिलिएटेड में होगा तो मिल जाएगा। चलो, दिस वन, क्विनाजोलिन, आइसोकिनोलिन, क्विनोलिन और कुमारिन, which one is right? Correct answer from the options given below. That is going to be C. Very good, Akansha, very good. Chalo, the product of aromatic hydroxylation of the acetanilide catalyzed by CYP 450 is 1, 2, 3 or 4. Which one is it, guys? कितने क्वेश्चन है भाई केमिस्ट्री? चलो, सिंपल। हाँ तो चांस है आदित्य पटेल। That is going to be your 3, guys. Okay, aromatic hydroxylation, that is going to be C. Okay, increasing order of the beta 2 agonistic properties of these compound. Okay, चूज द करेक्ट आंसर फ्रॉम द ऑप्शंस गिवन बिलो, ए बी सी डी। बताओ भाई। एनीवन? ए बी सी डी, शुभांगी जायसवाल, ए बी सी डी। चलो, incorrect statement from the SAR of barbiturates. Barbiturates. 5,5 disubstituents are not important for the activity. Increasing in alkyl chain R1, increasing the lipophilicity. Replacement of oxygen atom with sulfur, increasing the lipophilicity. Rapid onset. Replacement of both hydrogen and position 5 with alkyl and aryl confers the activity. That is going to be A. Okay. Being or your category लगता है भाई, कैटेगरी यू आर कैटेगरी तो हम भी हैं, अब क्या बताएं। चलो, अरेंज द फॉलोइंग एज द एनर्जी इन इंक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर। ओके, इंक्रीजिंग ऑर्डर गाइस, गामा एक्स-रेज, गामा रेज, गामा रेज इज द मोस्ट एनर्जेटिक, राइट? मोस्ट एनर्जेटिक, तो ये दिस शुड बी द लास्ट, है ना? तो ए शुड बी द लास्ट, राइट? दिस इज गोइंग टू बी द राइट। एक्स-रेज, IR रेडिएशंस, radio waves, which one is it? So radio waves are the least, so D is going to be here and A is going to be the correct answer, right? Chalo. To measure the conductivity of a solution, it is placed in a cell having a platinum electrodes. Analytical methods based on the measurement of quantity of electricity are termed as colorimetric methods. Conductivity of a solution having a pair of platinum electrodes, okay, okay. Analytical method based on the measurement of quantity of electricity are termed as colorimetric method. That is also right, right? That is also right. That is going to be A, right? Chalo. HRF values in the range of 0 to 100. Chalo, pharmacognosy guys. Shikmic acid pathway, mevalonic acid pathway, glycolysis. कुछ लोगों का 105 और 95 पे हो रहा है, पता नहीं भाई। कैटेगरी का दिक्कत होगा ना फिर उसमें, आदित्य पटेल, है ना? चलो, शिकमिक एसिड पाथवे, फिनाइलएलनिन नहीं, अरे रुको पहले, TCA, ट्राई कार्बोक्सिलिक एसिड, दैट इज गोइंग टू बी 2 molecules of 12 APT, यस। तो डी का 4, दैट टी का 4 तो सब में है। ओके, मेवलोनिक एसिड इज गोइंग टू बी व्हाट? दी फिनाइलएलनिन एंड टायरोसिन, राइट? बी का 3, तो बी का 3, दैट इज गोइंग टू बी द करेक्ट आंसर, बी, राइट? आई आई मेवलोनिक एसिड 2, शिकमिक एसिड, फिनाइल, अच्छा हाँ यार, सही तो कह रहे हो, ठीक तो है। मेवलोनिक एसिड बी एंड शिकमिक एसिड इज गोइंग टू बी फिनाइलएलनिन एंड टायरोसिन, दैट्स राइट, दैट्स राइट, दैट्स राइट। डीयू मेरा ड्रीम कॉलेज भाई, सबका ड्रीम कॉलेज ही होता है वो। चलो, अकैरेसाइड्स, इंसेक्टिसाइड्स, रोडेंटिसाइड्स और मोलिसाइड्स, विच वन इज इट? विच वन इज इट? अकैरिसाइड्स, इंसेक्टिसाइड्स, रोडेंटिसाइड्स और मोलिसाइड्स। एसेंशियल ऑफ गायनोट्रोप्सिस, गनाइड्रिया, पायरेथ्रम फ्लावर, रेड स्क्विल, फाइटोलेका, डोडेकेंड्रा। चलो, विच वन इज इट? अकैरिसाइड्स यही होगा। इंसेक्टिसाइड्स, पायरेथ्रम ऑलवेज, रोडेंटिसाइड, R for rodenticides and R for red squill. So A is going to be your correct answer, right? Very good. चलो, agar, gorgum, acacia, castor oil belongs to the carbohydrate class of the drug, ठीक है। Tal, choline and bentonite are used as pharmaceutical aids. In the light of the above statement, choose the correct answer from the option below. चलो, which one is right? सर, जामिया हमदर्द कैसा है? आई मीन वो बेस्ट नहीं है, BBAU से उसमें एडमिशन के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा भाई? जामिया हमदर्द में बहुत पैसा लगेगा, ठीक है? जामिया हमदर्द में बहुत पैसा लगेगा, या उसकी क्वालिटी है, दैट इज राइट, दैट इज क्वालिटी, बट पैसा बहुत लगेगा। एंड इफ यू हैव दैट काइंड ऑफ अ मनी विद यू, हैव अ मनी एज अ बैकअप, देन यू कैन श्योरली गो देयर। ओके, दैट्स अ ह्यूज फीस इन जामिया हमदर्द, ठीक है, बट क्वालिटी मिलेगी, दैट इज राइट, वेरी वेरी राइट। एंड इफ यू हैव दैट फाइनेंशियल सपोर्ट विद योरसेल्फ, देन यू कैन श्योरली गो विद दैट, है ना? That is going to be A, guys. Statement is false. Statement is false. 1 is false, but 2 is true. Chalo. Datura stramonium leaves are distinguished from the leaves of Datura anoxia by the margin which possess teeth dividing the sinuses. Okay. Datura stramonium leaves are distinguished from the leaves of Datura anoxia by the lateral veins which ran into marginal teeth. That's your A, guys. Okay, both A and 2 are true, right? चलो. The shape of kurchi और hello है ना बाग. चलो ये तो सिंपल है. ये तो सिंपल है. Recurved, curved, channeled और quilled. Simple. That is simple. This one is simple, guys. This is what? Nitesh Chaubey A. Vishwajit A. Okay. That is going to be curved, right? Chalo. Very good. For liquorized propagation by vegetative means is by runners of offset, suckers or stolons, division or bulbs. सर अगर नाइपर नहीं हुआ तो 183 ईडब्ल्यूएस मार्क पर कौन सा कॉलेज मिल सकता है? रफ आइडिया कौन से कॉलेज कहाँ से हो विश्वजीत? पहले तो टेल मी. जीपैट से कॉलेज नहीं मिलेगा. यू हैव टू गिव सीयूईटी पीजी फॉर दैट. That's why I used to say always कि GPAT doesn't conduct any kind of the counseling. CUET PG do, right? That is going to be suckers or stolons. Very good, everyone. Aprajita, girl, Akansha. Very good. It's not D, Shubhangi. Okay, caffeine, theophylline, theobromine chemically belongs to which class? Pyrimidine, coumarin, xanthine, or flavones? Caffeine, theophylline, theobromine chemically belongs to which class? Caffeine, you know, that will be giving your muroxide test. That will be giving your muroxide test, right? And muroxide test, obviously, that's going to be what? That's your xanthine, guys, not B, Shubhangi. What are you saying? That's your xanthine always, right? Thioxanthine rings are present. Thioxanthine rings are present over there. Hana? Muroxide ring. Chalo. Among the following, which is formed as the primary metabolites. Primary metabolites, alkaloids, carbohydrate, glycoside, or saponins, which is an example of primary alkaloids. Okay, primary are the ones which are macros, right? Macros, protein, carbs, or fats, right? Alkaloid, glycoside, and saponin, these are your what? These are your what? Secondary metabolites. These are your secondary metabolites. Okay. So this is going to be the correct answer, carbohydrate. All right. Chalo guys, that's it for today. Not today, for this session. And I will be right back. I will be right back at 2 p.m. again. 2 p.m. again for CUET PG 2023 question paper. Okay. CUET PG 2023 question paper live at 2 p.m. just 2 hours from now. Okay. Do come there and I hope this would be very much beneficial for you guys and थोड़ा सा helpful हो रहा होगा तुम्हारे लिए. That is going to be the objective of mine. That's why I came here as an explanation for this CUPD examination. All right. Thank you so much for joining, guys, and do come at 2 p.m. again. CUET PG. Thank you so much, sir. Best explanation, sir. भाई एक्सप्लेनेशन किया है मैंने फार्मा वैल्यूज. अगर तुम मेरा स्टार्टिंग से देखोगे तो एक्सप्लेनेशन देखो, राइट? एक्सप्लेनेशन किया है मैंने ऊपर. कोलॉजी में ब्रह्मांड मैंने लेके आया हूं मैं उसमें वहां पे. ओके. टेल समवन टू फार्मा वैल्यूज, है ना? डू कमेंट गाइस. डू कमेंट इन योर, यहाँ पे नहीं, लाइव चैट में नहीं, अच्छी जगह पे जाओ. अच्छी जगह पे मतलब जहां पे कमेंट सेक्शन होता है वहां पे कमेंट करो, अच्छे अच्छे कमेंट करो तो मुझे अच्छा भी लगेगा. ओके. जाओ कमेंट करके आओ. चलो गाइस, ठीक है. थैंक यू सो मच एंड विल बी राइट बैक एट 2 p.m. थैंक यू.